Hey there. All right, so this is the day after surgery. I had it yesterday about 2:30. It's about 11 o'clock the next day. Everything went well. Can't really complain. Wasn't in a lot of pain. I had the nerve blocker that was put in prior to my surgery. Again, it was a grade 5 ACS separation between 3 and 5, but the last two surgeons, the guy actually said it, so it was closer to grade 5. So again, they did the suture, 2.5 centimeter hole in the center, titanium pins on each side, and then I have a cadaver tendon wrapped around there. I haven't seen the stitches because mine are the ones I have to remove in 2 weeks. I've got this really cool, like oversized Band-Aid rubberized shoulder pad. It's pretty nice. It completely goes over here. I was told I could take that off about 3 days after surgery and take a shower. Just don't immerse myself. I'm gonna probably play it safe and just use my shower head. I got one of those little ones that pop off like this. That I'm probably just gonna use for basically just getting lower and just gonna avoid that area for a while, just because I'm paranoid. So, but anyway, yeah, everything's good. I got this sling. Been staying on my meds. One of the key advice things I've heard on this is you don't want to chase your pain. So with the Oxycontin, I've been taking it. The recommended doses, I think, is like 2 pills every 4 to 6 hours. Been doing that, and what I've been told is about every, about 2 days, or 1 to 2 days, depending on how you feel, you can kind of reduce a little bit, and when like 3 to 4, you can just go with Tylenol. And in between there, you just use a hydro for sleep at night for a couple days. But my surgeon said, look, by the 5 6 days, you probably won't even be using it anymore. But anyway, pain wise, no, not really any issues at all. I was dreading this, fearing this, thinking I was going to be just completely miserable, completely opposite. I did go get a recliner, real nice one that basically folds out and swivels. Spent like $450 in Nebraska Furniture Mart getting that. Money well worth it. And actually it worked out because my parents needed a new one, so I'm going to give it to them after I'm done for Christmas, because my wife hates recliners with passion. Anyway, so I did get an ice machine. Basically, the ice machine, I'll show it on another video. It's just basically, it's got a giant water tank. You put a couple frozen bottles of water through there, and it basically flows through, and you can put it on your shoulder to help keep the swelling down. Then they say do it every like 30 minutes. You can do it 5 6 times a day, just kind of help keep that out. And then I've already done some of the arm exercises where you do this, and then you get out of there and doing this kind of turn motion. Just a little pain, not a lot though. And then I iced it up afterwards, and within 30 minutes it felt great. So for those thinking about doing this, I do it. I went to the first two ortho guys I went to. I live in Kansas, so it's harder to find somebody who does this injury because it's more of a sport thing. So if you're in Colorado, I'm sure you probably run into these things where you mountain bike a lot. We do have some mountain biking, but they probably see a lot more out there than they do out here. So I went to a surgeon, an orthopedic doc, who I found out doesn't do very many of these. So I didn't think that was probably the best avenue. And he just told me, like, oh, it'll be a bump, just live with it, and diagnosed as a grade 3. I went to see another ortho doc just to get a second opinion, and I don't think he does the surgeries for these. He kind of said, yeah, you can live with it, and kind of gave me some horror story of infections, and you can be in some oxygen tubes. So it scared me out, so I was just going to live with it. And about 2 months after recovery, I got my full range of motion back, but I could just tell, like, there's still soreness up where the bone was sticking up. I think it's called tent camping, and nerves are sore. I had soreness around my neck. It kind of worried me a little bit also because I had a friend who had some shoulder issues before. He put it off for a long time and it having other issues where he actually had a tendon reattached. I guess it put some strain on the other residual muscles. I'm not a doctor. This is just what my buddy was telling me. So, after really looking at it, finding the right surgeon, luckily I went with the surgeon for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's, obviously in this area that's more of a sport. They see a lot of those in football, I believe. He is definitely in sports medicine, which is another thing I would look for, somebody who actively works on a sports medicine team. Like I said, if you live out in an area where you don't see a lot of these types of injuries, I'd probably go somebody who basically does surgery on a professional football team. Something like that. If you live in the States, anywhere else, I don't know what it's like. But anyway, my doc made me feel pretty confident about it. Everything went great. Really explained it well to me, told me everything, what they expected on there. the recovery time, they're telling me, he's saying 6 months, but he also said, everyone's different. So I'm hoping to get done with this in 4 months. So the surgery is November 8th. My goal is hopefully sometime by March, end of March maybe, to be back at it. Again, work law enforcement, so I want my full range, not my just full range of motion, but strength back, so I can do all the things I need to do. But yeah, so just paying this forward for those who are like me, probably watching every YouTube video on the planet, who was scared about this. So far, day after surgery, fine. No, really, the pain is way over what I thought it was my mindset thought it was going to be really bad, and it's complete opposite. I'm very comfortable moving around, all that other stuff. So the only thing is, the reason why I see the sleeve is because I don't want to really mess around with putting a new shirt on. I'm going to stay funky for a couple days. Got baby wipes, all that crap. So this is just going to help me stay warm since it is cold in Kansas in November. So, but all right, I'll do some more updates as it comes.